Meri Brown finally breaks her silence, and what she just revealed about Kody and Robyn changes everything. After decades of loyalty, heartbreak, and quiet suffering, Meri is drawing hard boundaries, and the fallout may shock even longtime Sister Wives fans. Is Kody really her favorite ex, or is that kindness hiding something deeper? And Robyn's emotional goodbye. Meri's reaction says more than words ever could. One relationship is permanently closed, another is hanging by a thread. And what happens next could redefine the future of Sister Wives forever. Sister Wives, where does Meri stand with Kody and Robyn today? Sister Wives star Meri Brown finalized leaving Kody Brown in a recent episode of the show. Likewise, Meri told her friends she is struggling with her friendship with Robyn Brown. However, the show is about 2 years behind the present time. So where does she stand with Kody and Robyn after their Plural divorce? Sister Wives Meri Brown is embracing change. During the latest episode of Sister Wives, Meri Brown talked with 2 of her good friends about leaving Kody and Robyn Brown. Undoubtedly, Meri's friends supported her in getting away from the toxic relationship. Sadly, they saw the family changing from the time that Robyn and Kody got married. Meri tells them she is in an odd place with both Kody and Robyn. She shares that Kody gave her mixed emotions during his departure. Likewise, she adds it is an awkward situation to figure out how to be friends with her ex-husband's wife, Robyn. But where are things now? Where does Meri stand with Kody today? During an interview with ET, Meri Brown discusses where she is with her former husband, Kody, and wife, Robyn Brown. When speaking about Kody, Meri says, "We're in a place of kindness and grace with each other." The interviewer brings up she is his favorite ex-wife. Although Meri was all laughs during the Sister Wives episode, she sneers slightly and deflects by saying, "At least I can be his favorite something." They discuss him walking her down the aisle, but Meri says, "That's never happening." At this time, she doesn't know if she would even invite him to her wedding. It will depend at that time on what she thinks. However, she says, "Right now, when we talk to each other, it's cordial, it's kind. I think there's some level of respect for each other. Since they have been in each other's lives for 3 decades, it seems natural to her." She explains, "I don't have hate or animosity toward him. But I also know where my boundaries are with him." And Robyn. After discussing Kody Brown, the interviewer wanted to know where Meri Brown stands with Robyn now. Meri says, "I understand and I recognize that she has a lot of stuff that she is trying to deal with her emotions through the whole thing. With her family not being what she planned. However," Meri points out, "but we're all dealing with that." Meri knows it is difficult for Robyn to let go of the idea of having sister wives. She adds, "That's painful for her." Admittedly, Meri says, "Through the process, our friendship is not as close as it was, for sure." While the interviewer voices that she understands since Robyn's marriage seemingly was the catalyst to the divorces, Meri steers away. Meri says, "I can understand that, without throwing anyone under the bus." The interviewer presses, "Did you feel that?" Meri says, "No, not immediately, no. I don't feel like that was the end because I know that Kody and I still had good times after that." But she thinks for a moment and says, "But of course, he says otherwise too, so I don't know. I just know where I was." Sister Wives Meri Brown talks about Robyn's grieving process. Additionally, Meri Brown spoke about the extremely emotional goodbye from Robyn when she was moving. The interviewer mentioned she was very stoic, and asked how that was to watch back. Meri asserts, "I just was in a place that this was a lot of pain for her, but I'm not in pain." Then, she adds, "I'm not going to let her draw pain out of me because she needs that from me. Because I wasn't feeling it and I wasn't going to give it to her." When asked about the junk journal, Meri confesses she has no idea where it is. Additionally, Sister Wives star Meri went on to say she and Christine Brown Woolley are choosing not to keep a relationship at Christine's request. However, she and Janelle are closer than had been for a while. Mostly, she wanted to make sure people knew she was taking a stand for herself instead of against anyone else. What do you think about Meri Brown's relationship with Kody and Robyn Brown? Is it surprising to you? Are you ready to see more episodes of Sister Wives? Drop your comments below. Now I am Uncover. Janelle Brown reflects on how she's been portrayed on TV, continues to hint that she's not returning to Sister Wives. Janelle Brown's future on Sister Wives remains unknown, but according to the mom of 6's latest social media posts, it appears that she may finally be leaving the TLC series after 20 seasons. On Sunday, Janelle took to Instagram to reflect on the many years she's appeared on reality TV, particularly how people perceive her based solely on what they've seen on the show. "When people only know your story from TV, you spend a lot of time rebuilding the parts they never saw," she wrote. In the caption of her post, Janelle noted, as she also did recently, how strange it is to have people feel like they know her based on what they've seen on Sister Wives, while insisting that it's only a version of her life. "A real version, yes, but not the whole thing," she explained. "Not the private thoughts or the quiet heartbreaks or the pieces you don't even understand yourself yet." Janelle went on to reveal that she was able to learn more about herself after the cameras went away, suggesting, once again, that her time on Sister Wives may be over. "After the cameras went away, I realized how much of my identity had been shaped by what people thought they knew, and rebuilding after that, honestly, it takes time," she wrote. "You start asking yourself, okay, who am I without all of that? Who am I when nobody's watching?" That rebuilding has been messy and beautiful at the same time. And I'm still learning, still uncovering parts of myself I didn't have space to explore back then, Janelle continued. "If you've ever felt misunderstood or flattened into one version of yourself, you get this. There's a whole world inside you that deserves to be not just seen, known." As the Ashley told you last week, Janelle dropped multiple hints on social media that her TLC days are behind her, while reflecting on the times she believed would break her, including leaving Sister Wives, leaving the show, leaving a marriage, starting over at an age where everyone expects you to have it all figured out, she wrote in one of her recent Instagram reels. "I kept looking at the pieces and thinking something must be wrong with me. But now, standing where I am, I can see it differently." None of those moments were breaking points. They were shedding points. Old expectations. Old versions of myself. Old identities that were never really mine. Days earlier, Janelle opened up on the platform about living a large part of her life on camera and how it caused many people to form opinions about her without ever hearing her actual voice. As Janelle did in her latest reel, she noted that while people have watched moments on screen, there are many things they never saw. because she wasn't ready to share them. Now that life feels quieter, I'm learning how to open up in many ways I never had space to before, she explained last week. It feels vulnerable, but also like I'm finally letting people meet the real me. And honestly, that feels like healing. Sister Wives star Janelle Brown says she may have a crisis of faith if she's not granted spiritual release from Kody by her former church. The best cure for a bad, spiritual marriage is a spiritual divorce, but in a preview of Sunday's episode of Sister Wives shared by TLC, Janelle Brown worries her former church won't agree. In the preview clip, Janelle reveals to daughter Maddie that she's seeking a church-sanctioned end to her marriage to Kody. "I've got to go to Salt Lake. I'm going to meet with the church leadership about a spiritual divorce from your dad," Janelle tells her daughter. In a confessional, Janelle reveals, "I have approached the church leadership and asked for a release, given my justification, given my reasons, and then I need to go meet with them, and then I think it's kind of just a decision process after that. My initial reaction is, what the FK, why? I don't want her to go back to it. I think plural marriage in general is pretty toxic," she said. Janelle addresses her daughter's wariness, telling her, "Look, I'm not part of the faith anymore, but, Maddie, it was what I honored as a marriage covenant. It was a marriage to me, as binding as a legal marriage, so I just want to have all ties broken. I will feel like I've done everything I needed to do and I'll hold myself divorced," Janelle says in the episode. "If they say no, and I mean I have to admit it as a possibility, but I don't think so." Janelle worried that she may have a crisis of faith if the church refuses to grant her the release. "But if they do refuse, I don't think God intends for me to stay connected to this person who doesn't want to be married to me and has moved on with his life and the same with me." Janelle isn't the first of Kody's wives to seek a spiritual divorce. His first wife Meri also requested and received a release from Kody. "I don't know how long this process normally takes," Meri said in a confessional. "I don't believe that they had any intention of granting the release on that day. I felt like they still wanted to talk to Kody, and I could see that it was not going that way, and I started asking questions and he finally did say, 'You know what, you're here, we're here, let's just do it.' So he granted it that day and I walked out of there single, and it was weird." The preview from Sunday's episode doesn't detail what inspired Janelle to seek a spiritual divorce from Kody. However, in a Sister Wives episode that aired earlier this month, the former spouses seemed to be on good terms as Kody met with Janelle to make amends, as he's been doing with his other former wives. "It was a great relationship," Janelle said in the episode of her and Kody's former union. "I still care about him and I think he still cares about me, but he's not in my life and I'm not going to be in his life. I wish he had a better relationship with the children, because then there would be a little more cohesion for the family. But that's a long ways away, I suspect." Janelle confirmed in 2022 that she and Kody had split after 30 years and 6 children together. They share Logan, Hunter, Gabriel, Maddie, Savannah and Garrison, who died in 2024. Prior to Janelle leaving, Kody's third wife Christine split from Kody in 2021. Currently only Kody's fourth wife Robyn remains married to the frizzy-haired failed polygamist. As she works through the process of getting a spiritual divorce on TV, Janelle may also be contemplating another end. Last week one of her Instagram posts led to speculation that Janelle is planning to leave the show, as the Ashley reported. Leaving the show, leaving a marriage, starting over at an age where everyone expects you to have it all figured out, she wrote on Instagram. I kept looking at the pieces and thinking something must be wrong with me. But now, standing where I am, I can see it differently. None of those moments were breaking points. They were shedding points. Old expectations. Old versions of myself. Old identities that were never really mine. Right finger if you followed Meri's journey from the beginning, hit that like button to show her support. Right finger drop a comment below. Do you think Meri is finally free, or still emotionally tied to Kody and Robyn? Right finger make sure you subscribe for real-time updates, deep dives, and exclusive sister wives breakdowns you won't find anywhere else. Right finger turn on notifications so you don't miss what happens next, because this story is far from over.